Hey guys, it's Cassie, and today I'm going to be doing my August wrap-up and September TBR.
So we brought our drum and this is how we dance. No mistaking, we make our breaks. If you don't like our 808s, then leave us alone, cause we don't need your policies.
Okay, so I just started high school. Well, actually not just, I'm about to start my 4th week of high school. So I've been in high school for like, I don't know, since the beginning of August, I want to say. And so, needless to say, I did not get a lot of reading done in August, but I did do my school summer reading. That counts. Okay, so the 2 books that I read in August were History of the World in 6 Classes by Tom Standage, right here. It was an okay book. It was just very fact-heavy, a lot of ancient history, and I had to read that for AP Human Geography. Like, if you're a history buff, you would have loved it, but if you're just a teenager like me and you prefer fiction, then you probably did not like it too much. The next book that I read was for ACE General Paper, which is like AP English, basically. I read Ender's Game by Orson Scott Card, and I actually really enjoyed this book. I normally don't like school books. I want to say that this is like one of the first school books that I've actually really liked. And it's basically about this guy named Ender. It's a kind of weird world where, like, I don't even know. It's really hard to explain, but I'll link it down below so you can read the prompt for it or whatever. But I really enjoyed it. It's like a sci-fi kind of book, but it's basically, its main themes on morality, and it's a book and it's really good. I liked it. And so yeah, that's what I read in August, 2 books. I'm a failure, okay. Okay, so the books that I want to read in September. Since I'm filming this on September 5th, tomorrow is the release date of Empire of Storm. All Saturday Mass fans, here's your chance to scream. I feel you. Okay, so today I actually purchased the Assassin's Blade because I haven't read this yet. I read the first 4 books of the Throne of Glass series, but I have not read Assassin's Blade, which is the short stories before the events of Throne of Glass. So I looked at an interview with Sarah J. Maas about Empire of Storms, and basically in it she said she's bringing a lot of characters from Heir of Fire and the Assassin's Blade into Empire of Storms because the gang is going on the road. But since there's going to be characters from the Assassin's Blade in the book, I wanted to at least read part of this before I start reading the Empire of Storms so that I get some kind of knowledge on some characters that are in here that are going to be in Empire of Storms. And I got this a couple hours ago, and I already am on the 2nd novella, which is The Assassin and the Healer, I think. So the next book that I'm going to be reading, obviously, is Empire of Storms. It is coming in my mailbox tomorrow, and I'm excited because after I come home from school, there's going to be a package, and I'm going to be so happy, and so, yeah, I'm pretty excited for that. So yes, I'm going to be reading Empire of Storms, and I'll let you know what I thought of it the second I finish it. The next book that I'm going to be reading is Fallen Kingdoms by Morgan Rhodes, and if you're wondering why my book is so destroyed, it's because in Florida, which is where I live, it rains a lot, even though it's the sunny state, which is like pretty much a practical joke. It rains a lot. So basically my bag, which is a black JanSport, which I actually have right here, boom, it got soaked, and so along with all the things that I had in it, and I was reading Fallen Kingdoms when my bag got soaked, so but I'm actually really almost done with this, and I'm probably gonna pick this up after I finish Empire Storms because I was reading this, but then I stopped. So another thing that is coming in my mail tomorrow is The 1000th Floor by Katherine McGee. And so I'm going to be reading that after I finish Fallen Kingdoms and all the Sarah J. Maas books that I'm planning on reading. And it looks really interesting. It's basically where this entire, like, people live in 1000 floor building, and it's so what floor you're on basically determines your status or your like financial standings, I guess. But yeah, and so I think there are like 4 or 5 different characters that are the main points of view, each on like a different level, mostly in the high, but then there's like 1 character in the low, so you can get that kind of feeling of the story. And I'm really excited to read it, and I mainly heard a lot about it by Sasha Ellsberg of Bookutopia here on BookTube, and she's a very famous BookTube. The next book that I'm going to be reading is for school, and it's Brave New World by Aldous Huxley. This book was published sometime in between 1930 and 1932, so this book took place before World War II. This was actually my mom's edition when she was in high school, and so I don't know, it's kind of cool. It's actually pretty interesting. It's basically a world where it's like 2,500 basically, but it's kind of a utopian novel that actually turns out to be dystopian, so it was one of the first dystopian novels. So those are all the books that I'm planning on reading in September. I'm sorry that I haven't filmed a video in a while, but if you guys enjoyed this, please give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye! By the way, guys, I just wanted to show you my bookshelves because I reorganized them. I organized them by the author's last name. So, like Jane Austen, and then Aveyard, and it goes like Claire, and then Sarah J. Maas is over there, and then books are right here. And if you want me to do a bookshelf tour, I can, but there isn't really much here because I'm not one of those booktubers who basically has like every book known to man in YA. I forgot to turn my camera off. That's how you know it's been a while.